Hello. I need something to say in the beginning of videos because I don't know what to do. I really want my channel to be guided around difficult subjects for people to understand. I really want people to hear from a particular standpoint. Obviously, this isn't everyone's view on subjects. Everyone has their own opinions and their own thoughts and their own ways of dealing with things, but personally, from my experiences, this is how I deal with things, and this is how I have found how things affect me. Okay. I really want to talk about, I don't even know how to specifically, like, the category this is in, or what name this should have, because it's not any form of anxiety, it's not a form of any sort of pressure or anything like that. It is a form of bullying in a sense. Of course, it's not direct. It is more like cyberbullying. There are a few instances in which I have been directly bullied, but the thing I want to talk about today is people's opinions and views on what you can and cannot wear. I grew up in a Christian household. We didn't go to church my entire life. We actually stopped going to church. I was the reason that we went back to church. I am a Christian, and I love church, and I love my friends there, and I love learning about God, and I do have different views than a lot of the people in my life. But I really want to talk about that. I really want to help people understand that it's really not okay to jump down someone's throat about something, especially as harmful and important as your own body. Now, I have gotten numerous people telling me that I should stop wearing what I wear. Now, I'm a very modest person, so I really don't understand this. I'm a curvy girl. I'm still kind of skinny, but I'm in a weird category. I'm like not curvy enough for the curvy girls, not really skinny enough for the skinny girls. I'm not plus size. I don't really have a category that I fit into, which is okay. I love my body. But a lot of people have opinions about my body, and I think that's unfair. Really, the only opinions I want are my own. Even if they're positive, I don't really want to listen to them, because I have a way of turning positive comments about my body or even my face into something negative. I will hear people say, "You look beautiful," and then I'll think they're just saying that because they have pity for me, when in all actuality, that's not the case. The harmful side of things is what I want to talk about today. So, the first time this ever happened to me, I had someone come up to my mom in church. I had taken a picture. It's on my Instagram. It's kind of far down, but I had taken a picture on Instagram. And it was intense looking. I was completely covered up except for a square of shoulder you could see on each side. That was the only thing that you could see. My hair was covering my tank top. My tank top went up to here. I had a bomber jacket on. My hair was curled. It was back when it was more red. And it was a tense look. I was posing and pouting, and I felt good about myself because I was really confident that day, so I decided to take a picture embodying the confidence that I felt in myself. And in doing so, it led a woman to come up to my mom in church and tell her that I looked like a prostitute because of the face I was making and the vibe it gave off. Now, to be honest, I get where she's coming from. However, it's not right to say that. I'm 16. I'm a very modest person. I will always be a modest person. I have always been a modest person. fun fact, I have this birthmark on my chest, and I used to, back when I was a smaller cup size, I used to use that birthmark as a measurement for how far my shirts could go down. Now, I don't wear shirts that are like all the way up here in public, because unless it's winter or they're like certain t-shirts, like obviously this one is an oversized t-shirt that I wear to bed, and it's a cozy day, it's Sunday, I just wanted to wear something comfortable. So after she had said that to my mom came up to me and she was like, this is what happened today, and I got really frustrated because of it. My mom is really good at holding her tongue and really good at like not getting angry at people. Besides behind closed doors, she's like a completely different person. She'll get angry and rant, but everyone does, and that is totally valid. Like, your opinions are totally valid, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But saying that to my mom harmed her as a mom. She thought that she had done a bad job, that she wasn't parenting me properly, and that like maybe she should put more restrictions on my clothes. It's not the case. I wasn't showing anything, and I might have been making a pouty, more intense look, but honestly, it made me feel beautiful and it made me feel confident, and that should be the end of it. Now, the second time was more recent. Both of these next times are more recent. The second time, I can't really go into detail because it's still fresh and I don't really want to have that person see this video and then get mad at me for bringing it up. But let's just say that the way I post pictures on my Snapchat on private story bothered her, and I get it. I really do. I get that maybe you don't want to see someone my age posting this stuff. Now, mind you, she's my age. She's not like older than me. And I get that you don't want to see someone my age posting that stuff, but social media should be a tool to inspire and empower women to love themselves and love their bodies. It's not fair for you to think of them and post about it in a negative, awful way. Now, this might not have been directed at me. Never really know. It could have just been an overall thing, like she just didn't want to come out and direct it towards one person, which personally, I think that's more harmful, because if you're doing it to the general public of 16-year-olds, then you're going to harm a lot more people than you intended, and a lot of people are going to hurt really bad because of that. I know I did. I wore a jacket that like went all the way up to here, and I wore jeans that night because I just didn't want to show any inch of my body, because I was done with people saying stuff about my body when it's my body and my own right to do what I want with it. And I'm a really respectful person, and I'm not going to get mad at you for saying those things. Of course not. All opinions are valid. All of them. No matter how awful they can be, they're all valid, and I think people really need to understand that. However, don't be mean. And if you do have your opinions and they are negative, really, really negative, then let it go. It's not that hard. You don't always have to say something about a subject. You don't have the right to say something about someone else's body. You don't. I'm sorry. That's their body, their choice, and their right. It's as simple as that. It really is. It's not your place to say anything about anyone's body at all. Now, if your opinion just so happens to be put out on social media, you're gonna hurt a lot of people, a lot, and your view is gonna make a lot of people feel disgusted by themselves, and that is an awful feeling. I know I have felt that many times. I'm not comfortable quite yet with the way I look. I've changed a lot in the past couple of years. I don't look like the same kid I grew up as. I don't look like the same kid I was a year ago. In a year, I lost 25 pounds. Well, I lost 25 pounds in a little under a month. But, I mean, that wasn't my choice. One of my issues was that. But I did build up my muscle and build up my butt and my thighs and my waist. I got slimmer. I got, like, a flatter stomach. I still have a tummy. But, like, I got myself to a point that I am proud of, because I worked for the past year, over a year, to get myself to this point. And I really don't think that it's fair for anyone to say anything about it. Now today, the reason I am making this video, something else happened. And mind you, the first one happened probably over a year ago. The second one happened a few days ago, and then the third one happened today. Now this is just a summary of the ones that like kind of affected me the most. A lady came down from a town close to us, from a church there, so her husband could speak at our church here. Now, he's a great speaker. Personally, couldn't really follow him. Still a great speaker. I think he had amazing points and amazing things to say. And her kids are kind of crazy, but all kids are kind of crazy. And she seemed like a really, really nice lady. She seemed super sweet, and she always kind of had a smile on her face, and I kind of bought into a lie. She was getting her kids from Sunday morning class, and she passed me in the hall. Now I was wearing a black dress. It was a sweetheart neckline, and it had mesh on it. It had mesh like sleeves, but they were like cut off right here. Anyway, it had mesh up here, and then it was a fit and flare that went to my knees. I have big butt, so I don't like wearing short dresses because they come up really easily, and I had shorts underneath. Anyway, she grimaced at me. It was like the entire time that we passed each other in the hall. Now, one thing to know, I have super sensitive hearing, and I can hear at a rate similar to dogs. So I turned a bit, tucked my hair behind my ear because auditory noise, and turned my head and listened to her tell her daughter that she will never dress like that. Now, it made me feel really awful about what I was wearing for half a second. Half a freaking second, because I don't really care. Like, after what happened this week, I don't give a crap what people have to say about my body. If I am happy and comfortable with what I'm wearing, I will wear it. I will wear it 8 days in a row. I'm sorry, I will. If I am happy with the way I look, then I'm gonna flaunt it. I'm gonna post on social media. I'm gonna post Snapchats. I'm gonna post on my Instagram story. I'm gonna post on my Instagram. I am going to do everything because I feel good about myself, and that's the way I reward myself. You, lady, all three of you ladies, which by the way, all of them are Christian. Like, all of them. And they, like, the most judgmental people I know are Christians. Like, most judgmental people I know are Christians, and it sucks. It sucks so much. I'm just frustrated. But they're judgmental because they're going off of like the rules of the Bible, and I don't know. No, God tells us the main thing. God tells us 1,000,000 times in that freaking book, in His Word, is that we should love our neighbors as we love ourselves. Now, if you don't have self-love in your life, it's gonna like create problems for you to like love other people, because I had to figure out for 7 years, I went on a self-love journey. For 7 years, I tried to love myself the same as I loved someone who looked exactly like me. It's kind of worked. Ever so slightly. But if you see someone with a similar body type and you're like, oh my god, they're so confident, why can't you be that confident? You know, and it's hard, and it did take me 7 years. It wasn't something I just snapped my finger. I can only snap with this hand and it's broken. It's nothing I just snapped my fingers and was like instant confidence. No. I mean, I lost 25 pounds. I built up my muscles. I got a slimmer waist for a reason, because it has made me happier and more confident. Not saying that you have to lose weight to be confident, because, I mean, there are millions of plus-size women out there who are just gorgeous. There are millions of skinny women who are gorgeous, and curvy women who are gorgeous, and literally every woman and every man and every non-binary person is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Literally beautiful. And I don't think that my opinion, positive or negative, should affect how you view yourself. Because my opinion doesn't matter. It doesn't. It doesn't. My opinions are my opinions. All I can do is spread as much positivity and love as I can to weed out the negative bits of society with my small world. But your opinion, positive or negative, isn't gonna change me. I'm still gonna post on social media. I'm still gonna take mirror selfies. I'm still gonna post full body pics. I'm still gonna wink at the camera when I want to. I'm gonna be me no matter what you have to say about it, because I think that's what I spent the last 7 years trying to figure out. I'm not gonna let you affect me, and your opinions should not be put on social media if they are negative, because you're affecting more than just one person. If you're trying to call out one person without saying you're calling out one person, you're affecting so many people. To the general public, that is harmful, highly harmful, because girls already see themselves as crap. Don't hurt other people with your opinions. Like my mom said, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Thank you. I'm tired.